Okay, let's start now. We don't have any jingle. Let me see. Hello, people. My name is Jean Louis from Chicago. Welcome back to the show. Today is the 28th, I think. 28, right? 28. And
29.
29. Oh, sorry. My guest is Mr. Dr. DIEUDONNE Goma from South Africa. This show is your show from Chicago. We are the member of the Society SPJ, the Society of Professional Journalists in Chicago, in the US, I can say, and the chapter here in Chicago is Headline Club in downtown Chicago. And today I have my second guest. Last time I had Mr. Goma from a teacher from Quebec in Canada. So we still having people who know the Congo and can advise you and teach you things regarding the policy or politics in Congo. And Mr. DIEUDONNE Goma, he's not a politician, but he's a doctor, he's a surgeon. How are you doing, Mr. Goma?
Hi, Mr. John Lewis. I'm doing fine. And how are you doing?
I am okay. I'm all right. And I'm so happy to see you, to have you here at the desk today. And we're going to start talking about some news just happened in France, in the Congo, and around the world. So the first, oh my God, I have echo somewhere here. I can hear myself again. I don't know what is happening. Yeah, I can hear myself from probably from you or somewhere else. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There is something on your side. I don't know what happened. Okay. Today we'll talk about the meeting was held in Paris by Pastor Numazalai and other friends in France, like Brazzaville, which was a big one we never had in the history of Congolese diaspora. Am I lying?
No, you're quite correct. I think Congolese people based in France, especially in the Paris region, gathered on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yes.
Right.
Near the Congolese embassy in Paris, just to express themselves, to express their anger and the frustration for the killing. We can't just hide the words, yes, the killing of a very popular political figure in the person of Parfait Kolelas, who died just on the day of voting. And so the Congolese community in France and worldwide were quite frustrated and hungered, and they had to express themselves in that gathering, which assembled more than 2,000 people.
Right. Okay. Let's see if we can hear a guy who was just freed. You know, they during the meeting they arrested some people, like Mr. Mapa and two others, and Maître, what name is it? Maître Sylvain Senda, right? He had been fighting for the past 2 days to free those people. I had a file you sent to me today. Let me see if we can have it. So we can play that file regarding the liberation of people who were in jail for probably 2 days, right? From Saturday till now. Yeah, let me see if we can. I don't have the file here. So, yeah, so let's okay. I think I can. I'm able to play the file now. Let me see. So yeah, today is the 29. I can. Okay, let's play this. So you'll see Mr. Mapa who's thanking the lawyer who went to the court to free all the Congolese people who were arrested after the meeting or during the meeting. Let me see if find this file here. I think it's this, right? Can I? Oh my God, it's okay. I can't find this file here. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead with that meeting. So the meeting was held, you said, on Saturday, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, on Saturday, and we saw that for the first time, Mr. Goma, there was unity in the Congolese diaspora. Can you tell us, and tell people who are listening to this station, how this was possible to do that? Because we never seen this since we have groups there. We're trying to build something like a kind of platform for the diaspora, but this was done smoothly, and we saw even people who weren't talking to each other for the past 3, 4, or 5 years. They just came together like one person to say, now enough is enough, Mr. Denis Sassou, so you must go. Tell us.
Yeah, that's quite correct. I think the people of Congo, those living in Congo and even in the diaspora, everybody's fed up. Everybody was hoping that we could finally have a smooth transition of power. We could have a change at the head of our country. And yeah, so when Parfait Kolela, who was basically leading on the polls, who basically represented the hope for the Congolese people, released a video lying in a hospital bed, experiencing some difficulty in breathing, and subsequently was evacuated to France. But when his death was announced, it shook the whole country. It shook all the Congolese community worldwide. And yeah, some activists in Paris called for a gathering, a meeting. And yeah, that's why we were not surprised to see so many people. In fact, if we have to call for another meeting, there will be probably more people this time around.
Okay, now, Doctor, I'm able to play the file now. Let me see if we can see, listen to Mr. Mapa. The picture you can see he's thanking the lawyer who freed them. Or let me see. Yes, let me see. Okay.
Chers compatriotes, chers Congolais.
Okay, you can hear, but I want to make sure we can see him. Okay. Okay.
C'est l'émotion. Chers compatriotes, chers Congolais, chères Congolaises. Et donc là, nous sommes devant le palais de justice de Paris, le tribunal judiciaire de Paris. Et nous avons j'ai obtenu la libération de notre compatriote qui avait été arrêté lors des manifestations que vous connaissez. Monsieur Mapa est libre.
Mr. Mapa is free now. This is Mr. The lawyer is talking. The name is Sylvain Senda, who just freed Congolese people who were arrested. I think like now I can feel that we are together. I have to thank you. Thank you very much. Since yesterday you've been fighting to get me free. I want the Congo to be free. And then in France we know that we are fighting for our country. We have the right to fight for our country. We will not leave our people alone. We're going to fight.
Pandi, tout le monde, Jatude, Malalou, je vous remercie, vous tous, les Donald,
okay. All right, as you can listen, let me stop this. Okay, so he's thanking people like Francis Muketo, Pastor Numazalai, the lawyer, Mr. Sylvain Senda, who we know that he's a fighter as well, and other people who did their best to get them out of the jail. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's something good. It's a good gesture. In fact, everyone that was arrested on the day of that meeting were just released. I think he is the latest one, or the last one, I would say. But everybody else was basically released already on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, some of the people that were arrested by the French police were released. And he is the last one that was just released today. And he is expressing his gratitude to all the people who contributed to his release. And also he passed on to a message of unity, of solidarity, and he pronounced some words of encouragement so that we continue forward with this struggle until victory is achieved. So we basically cherish and celebrate his release. And yeah, so the struggle will continue, we won't surrender.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you, Doctor. Welcome back to the show for people who are joining us. This is a Jean Louis talk show from Chicago. Let's go to Congo, to Brazzaville, to see other people who are still in jail, who were arrested, like Chryst Donguy. You know, that young guy who, you know, he is a big fighter, fighting for human rights in Brazzaville. People, I remember, like months ago, people talking about him like somebody who's faking, but now we know that he's in jail. So what can you tell listeners regarding Mr. Chryst Donguy, who is in jail now?
Well, I think everybody has to be reminded that the government in Congo is not, the political system is not a democracy. We're living under tyranny, is a dictatorship. And the dictator is trying to hang on to power for as long as possible. And to achieve this, everybody who rises with an opinion or we bring an idea of change is killed or is basically jailed. I mean, we know people like General Mukoko, Mr. Okombi Salisa have been in jail for crimes that is only known by the government of Congo. Donguy is basically a political activist, very, very fearless activist that has been expressing himself around issues relating to the daily living of Congolese people, the sufferings of the people. You know that the students are not paid their stipends, salaries for the civil servants are not paid on time. And yeah, so all these issues that are happening in Congo, he has been basically feeding us with all those informations, we people who are in the diaspora, because you know that the media in Congo will not be able to express clear view, neutral information, you know, to the public in Congo or even abroad. So we were just relying on people like Donguy to give us some information of what's happening in Congo. So he was arrested, unfortunately, and he's not the last one. We know that.
Doctor, do you know why Chryst Donguy was arrested?
Because he's opposed to the government. That's it. In Congo, Brazzaville, in the street, if you express yourself and you say something against the government, against Assumbe, so you'll be arrested.
I heard, but the thing is, I'm so surprised. We could see months ago Chryst Donguy on the street of Brazzaville criticizing the regime. They never arrest him, but I heard that he just he gave a speech or interview to French TV. The name is French 24, I think, right? So that's the reason they decided to arrest him. I don't know exactly what he said that, but all we know that Chryst Donguy, the guy who you can see him in the buses, you can see him on the street, any place he goes, he's criticizing the regime. He's a really a strong guy. He could even travel, go like in Pointe Noire in the south, go east, west, and then now he was trying to go even in offside because people said why don't you go to north side? And he did a few months ago. But since he decided now to take the message to international TV, so this was just probably the red line he just crossed, right?
Yeah, I think the dictator was undermining it. The government was undermining his influence and especially the reach of his political activities. They thought that it's just going to be, well, whatever he broadcasts, whatever he says, it will stay just among him and his
so he wasn't like a threat, right?
Yeah. So when they saw him on the international TVs, TV5, French TV5, and I think the channel that you just
24.
mentioned as well, then they realized that, okay, the message now is going worldwide. It's going to the entire world, and then we need to silence him. So it's could be just an intimidation tactics that the government is employing. And as we say, that is not the last one, because Colonel Albert Onyange, who took part in the elections, also is going to be arrested, most likely.
Right.
Most likely. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a campaign of intimidation. It's a campaign of trying to silence the maximum of people in Congo, just so that the Sassou Nguesso can be sworn in without much problem.
Doctor, let me show people to listeners or viewers what we saw regarding the Colonel Onyange, who was running as well. And you see, this is it. So this is what we're trying to do, showing this man like he got guns or he got weapons in his home. You know, he's a military guy. Probably we heard that they put something inside his home to show him like he's planning to do a coup d'etat or push against the president, against the regime. This is what we found. Yeah, they said they found it there. So, Doctor, this is not new, right?
Well, it's not new. I mean, this
the same way, right?
This is the very same tactics they use to arrest Okombi Salisa. While the gentleman, I mean, the political leader Okombi Salisa wasn't at home, somebody just like trespassed and got into his house and dropped some guns and said, you know what, we found these guns and ammunition at the residence of Mr. Okombi Salisa in a place where he wasn't even living there. So these are the same tactics they're using now with Colonel Albert Onyange. You can see how rusty is that AK-47, all those ammunition that he is having there. So it's probably something that he has abandoned for a long time, or maybe it's even picked up by somebody somewhere and they just thrown it into his house to say, this is what we found here, just to have reasons, to have like ammunition to arrest Albert Onyange, because the only crime that Albert Onyange has committed was to stand and run against Denis Sassou Nguesso. Running against Sassou Nguesso is seen as a crime, is a maximum crime, which, according to Sassou Nguesso, must be dealt with in the most strong terms.
Doctor, can we go back to history to tell listeners who is Albert Onyange?
Albert Onyange is a military, is an official of the army who served as head of the security of Mr. Sassou Nguesso.
Right.
Bodyguard, yes, yeah, like head of security, bodyguard, yeah, during the first tenure of Mr. Sassou Nguesso from 79 until 92. But even prior to that, the former president, the one who Sassou Nguesso overthrew with the coup d'etat, Mr. Jacques Chachin Yombi Opango, peace be upon him, Albert Onyange also was his like bodyguard of President Yombi Opango. Then he became bodyguard of Denis Sassou Nguesso. But as soon as Sassou Nguesso was defeated in the elections in 1992, Albert Onyange resigned from the security system of Sassou Nguesso and joined the National Army. And as you know, because of that, he basically almost got assassinated on a Christmas day in 1993.
Okay, yeah, you know, this is Onyange you see on this screen here. He was running as well this year, and they said he got more vote than Mr. Denis Sassou Nguesso in the north side. Did you hear that too?
I'm not aware of that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that he would get a lot of votes in that particular part of the country. In fact, Sassou Nguesso has never won an election in Congo-Brazzaville. A clear election, right. Sassou Nguesso will not win it in Congo-Brazzaville. So the figure that he's displaying is announcing that he was voted in some part of the Congo at 100%. That's basically is a big joke. It's a joke of the year.
But Doctor, this year he just claimed victory again. He said he got 88%. How do you see?
Well, nobody can trust those elections.
The reasons.
We knew. I mean, no one can trust those Sassou Nguesso when he gives those figures because there's no transparency. I mean, some people, you know, that we had the representative in the office where the voting was taking place, and they were not allowed to go into the voting bureau. And even the internet was basically, there was a total blackout in Congo-Brazzaville. So people could not communicate, people could not share information, nobody knew anything. And this is a repeat of what happened in 2016 when he put the country in the on the blackout, and then in the middle of the night proclaiming himself as the winner of the election. Sassou Nguesso has never won any election in Congo.
Yeah, and you know, they ask people not to go inside the vote room with a cell phone, but we just got some pictures here, Doctor.
But what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? If people can get the information of the results, the official results per office where the people voted, what's wrong about it? What's wrong about it? What are we hiding? What are we hiding? If you don't allow cell phones, if you don't allow the internet to function, what are you hiding?
You're hiding something. I'm going to try to show you here, Doctor. This is happening in the Congo on March 21st during the last elections. Okay, look at this, Doctor. Watch. Look at that woman, this woman here. Watch that woman, what she's doing now, Doctor. He's collecting those paper to go to the ballot box and drop everything inside. Look.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, she's happy and she's going back to sit and smiling. So
that's a blunted fraud.
Look at this woman.
That's a blunted fraud. This is how the system functions. This is how the government of Sassou Nguesso maintains itself in power. True fraud, clear fraud.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead, Doctor.
Yeah. So as we say, most of the time when we say that Sassou Nguesso has never won the election, people come and hammer on us and say that we are just bad losers and everything. These are the proof. Now, these are the evidence that we can put at the public view, the public knowledge, so that we can see. These are evidence of a massive fraud in the election in Congo-Brazzaville.
Very surprised to see that there was a hidden cell phone somewhere, a camera who was watching them. So exactly. What I heard, the video is even.
You can't have 100% vote in a place like Owando, where you know that the president of the Labour Party has never been popular. You know the history of what happened in Owando, even the war that we had in 1997 started in Owando. And to come in such a place and say 100% vote, I got everything and nobody else got anything. I mean, that's a blatant lie. That's a cheating.
Doctor, can you tell people, because people who are listening this show, most are not Congolese or Congolese living here and who don't speak French. Can you tell them how do they operate, like in some area, or I can say the south, or east, or west, where Denis Sassou Nguesso, where people don't absolutely don't like him? How can he manage to get those numbers like 90, 100%?
It's fraud. It's fraud. That's simple as that.
How do they operate? How do they operate to do that?
How do they operate? They've got different ballots as well. They've got this ballot where that is already been filled with ballot paper with the picture of Mr. Sassou Nguesso. You know that in some private residence in Congo, and we have evidence of that, in some private residence, it has been used as a voting station. People vote in their own houses.
Oh my God.
We've seen that in the parliamentary elections in 2017 and even the presidential election. Someone will have an office, poll station, and people will come and vote there. Who counts that? There's no representative of the opponent.
No one will watch him, so he's free to do anything you want.
Anything you want. So basically what happened in Congo is that the election never takes place. Okay, people will go and line and vote, whatever, but the result, the main thing is what Sassou Nguesso will do with its own people. He will say that, okay, well, to start with, the government doesn't announce the date of the second round of the elections. Every time he goes to the elections, no, he will say, I will win in the first round. I will win in the first round. And that's what he does. So he just gets a percentage and say, okay, I won with this percentage. There's nobody who can prove him the opposite, the contrary, and that's how it is. It's a dictatorship. In Congo, there's no democracy because the essence of democracy is the transition of power as well.
Because
you run, you win, and tomorrow you go. I mean, Sassou Nguesso, just to say to the American people that are following you, that Sassou Nguesso has been in power since the time of President Jimmy Carter. Right. President Jimmy Carter was president in America when Sassou Nguesso came to power in Congo, Brazzaville. After Carter, we had President Reagan, we had President Bush, we had President Clinton, we had President Bush, the son, we had now Barack Obama, 2 terms, we had Donald Trump, and now we have the president, the current president of the United States. And during all these years, Sassou Nguesso has been president of the Congo.
Almost over 40 years he's been in power. Okay.
40 years in power, 40 years in power. And the people of Congo, I mean, it's a tiny country and we only a population of 5 million people. We do not have running water. We don't have electricity. We don't have sanitation. I mean, the health system does not exist. The education system is non-existent. We are living in the chamber. We are living like in the prehistoric time.
Right.
All this because of Sassou Nguesso, who's embezzling the funds, who buys properties abroad, who places money of the Congo abroad, while the people of Congo are suffering.
That we don't understand, Doctor. How are they so happy to see when they see Sassou Nguesso winning, like we seen last week? We saw some people on the street, supporters, and they're so happy to see him stealing election like that.
Yeah, it's a pity.
Do they think about what is happening, what is coming soon? You said money, food, everything, bad condition of life, bad health care, Why do they so happy to see the man who stole elections winning?
They are given money to do that. I mean, to follow Sassou Nguesso, to come to his rallies and everything. They are given money. Some people will follow because they are given t-shirt, caps. They are given some money, but not much money like to sustain themselves for even a month. I mean, you can't even buy 2 beers with the money that they gave. But the poverty is such that in Congo, even peanuts will attract people. I mean, people will go even for peanuts. This is what's happening. So his tactics has been to impoverish people, to impoverish everyone, and to amass, to gather all the wealth, and then say that, okay, if you want to be with me, or if you come with me, then I'll give you the money. That's buying the conscience of the people. People are not following Sassou Nguesso because they like him, they like his ideology or anything. They are going there for simple problem of money.
Okay, thank you, doctor. This is Dr. DIEUDONNE NGOMA. He's a surgeon from South Africa. He's a Congolese. You can read all his writings on Facebook. He's very, very, very powerful in advising people who want to know about Congolese politics. So, okay, doctor, this talk show is ending. My name is Jean Louis. Talk show. Can we try to see how those new what people are saying in South Africa regarding the re-election of Denis Sassou Nguesso? You hear people on the street, people in administration, on the TV. What do they say?
I would say that the South African media, the South African community are totally, I would say, indifferent to what's happening in Congo. They knew that this guy is going to emerge as the winner because he's going to proclaim himself as a winner. I mean, even in political circles, we've been with our friends of the African National Congress and even some party of the opposition. They know that in Congo, there's no election. There's just a massive fraud that is organized all the time. So the media have never relayed any information, never put any information to say that Sassou Nguesso has won the election. Before, yes, there was an announcement that, okay, there will be an election in Congo Brazzaville, but everybody knows that the election that are held under blackout with no neutral observers, it can't be trustful, it loses all its credit, so it's not an election. Everybody knows that. And so South Africans are not interested in what's happening in Congo Brazzaville.
Second news, the death of Mr. Parfait Kolela, who was the leader of opposition in the Congo. What do they say on the TV and the street? Do they know that somebody just died in Congo?
Yes, they do. They do. Yeah, no. I mean, if you go into the press, the media, radio, television, yes, there was an announcement that, okay, the principal challenger of President Sassou Nguesso has died. But as you know, everybody's saying that he died of COVID-19. We're not very sure about that. A test was conducted in Congo Brazzaville, but we still waiting for the post-mortem because finally the post-mortem was done in France and we're waiting for the result of that. Being it COVID-19 or something else, we will know once the result of this forensic examination has been performed and the result given to his family. So we all expecting and waiting to know what actually has killed Mr. Parfait Kolela. In any way, the law of Congo Brazzaville says that if one of the candidates dies while during the election has to be postponed. But we didn't see that happening. Sassou Nguesso went ahead and proclaimed himself as the winner of the election.
Let me show the picture because for people who are listening, who just join us, who have seen. Okay, this is Parfait Kolela, who was probably 61 years old, right? Or 61 or 62.
60.
He was 60, so he was young. For us here, 60 is a young man. Okay.
And he received threats. He received direct threats. Threats to his integrity, to his physical integrity, from members of the party of Sassou Nguesso, from a fellow challenger to the election, the incumbent president of Congo, president de facto, as we say. He was threatening, basically physically, Mr. Parfait Kolela.
And he was also a doctor in economy. In France, he was a teacher there, so a knowledgeable guy. He's not somebody they got from the street, but he studied economy, and he was planning. Can we talk about the plan? And probably will end within 5 minutes. The plan of Mr. Kolela. Why? What did he was planning to do after his election as a president of the Congo, Dr. Mr. Parfait Kolela?
Was to change the governance, to change the way he governed, to give more rights to people, to basically create conditions so that the economy can go back on the track. He promised to release all the political prisoners in Congo. He promised reconciliation in Congo. He promised basically to reestablish, the Congolese in their dignity. He also promised to introduce a new territorial, division, like to have fewer provinces, to make them more manageable, and to divert funds, popular funds, to these different departments, so that to give them that sort of autonomy to manage their own finances and to attend to the priorities that arise from every particular department. This was seen as a threat. This was seen by the Labour Party as somebody who wanted to divide the Congo. You can't divide the Congo. Let's have 5 provinces today. Somebody said that we can have 5 provinces today and we can manage the Congo better. Where is the division there? Where is the division there? It's just a way of managing. But I understand on the other side, people have got small brain, if they do have any. And so everything that comes which doesn't suit their style of governing, they see it as a threat. They wanted actually to eliminate Parfait Kolela.
Right. Okay. Let's finish with some teaching case we saw last Saturday at the meeting. Let me see if we can see this. One of a Congolese guy almost just got killed by some activists there. Let me show you, Doctor. One lawyer called Mr. Mudilu, who went to the meeting there, and people were showing him as somebody who.
A traitor.
Let me find the. Hold on. Let me see. Can we see this picture here? Oh my God! Yeah, I think I lost it. Did you hear about that? Mudilu almost got beaten by protesters in Paris. Let me see. I think I lost this thing. No, it should be on the page, right? Let me see. The reason
I've seen the pictures. I've seen the picture.
You seen it, right? Okay. Let me see.
I saw the picture. I think Mr. Tony Mudilu.
Okay. Doctor, this is it. So it's a teaching case because when you do this, you must make sure you have a proof of what you're doing, because in the court you can just go to jail for being probably not smart enough to understand that. Okay, Doctor, let's watch this, then we'll talk about to see.
Donc vraiment, Vadou, ça vous dit rien pour quand vous voyez ce monsieur-là ici?
Oui, je lui ai dit tout à l'heure.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a à faire ici?
Qu'est-ce qu'il
fait ici?
What is doing here? Non, go.
Gentiment. Vas-y.
En fait, c'est qui lui? C'est qui?
C'est lui qui avait trahi mon coco. Vas-y.
C'est lui qui a trahi mon coco.
That guy?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il se passe quoi? Il se passe quoi? Il avait trahi. Il avait trahi Moukoko. Il avait trahi Moukoko.
To make sure he doesn't have something against them. Okay. I am a military. Me. I am.
Mais pourquoi tu es venu ici? Pourquoi tu es venu ici? Mais pourquoi tu es venu ici? Tu es infiltré. Tu es infiltré. Tu es infiltré.
Okay, doctor. You see, so we can laugh, but this kind of case or situation, but he almost got killed, right? Or beaten?
Yeah, well, emotions were running high at gathering. So anyone, I guess what happened to him could have happened to anyone who came supporting the Sasungeso or wearing maybe a T-shirt which had a picture of Sasungeso. The emotion were running very high. Mr. Tony Mutilu is one of senior member of our community in France. He's not a lawyer, by the way, because he called himself mate, but he's not a lawyer.
Not, right?
And unfortunately, in his past, he has had some, I wouldn't say, some issues with General Mokoko when they were fighting also against the regime in place.
Oh. Okay, you see, doctor is gone. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to Dr. DIEUDONNE NGOMA. This is Jean-Louis' show. We were about to close the show, but he's gone. Something happened on the line. Thank you again for listening to this show. My name is Jean-Louis. I will be back on the air tomorrow, probably at the same time, to broadcast the English news. As you know, this channel, we're using the regular channel for French, but by next week, I think we'll get back on the English news, okay? And on Facebook, there is a channel called Jean-Louis Talk Show. So go there on our Facebook, and then you can listen to the English program, because you requested, and then we are trying to serve you, to give you the fresh news from the Congo, from people who know the Congo, from activists, from politicians, from people like doctors, like Dr. DIEUDONNE NGOMA, who is known around the world as a big surgeon there. And okay, this is it. So I have also some news. I just published a video from a friend called Kevin Diafuka regarding the situation in the Congo. We're still waiting for the autopsy to be made. The death of Mr. Parfait Kolela, who died last week. And we know that it's still a big fan. Oh, I see like somebody is calling me here. Hello, this is Mr. Kolar Memi. He's a broadcaster in English. Hello, how are you doing, Mr. Kolar Memi? How are you? Oh yeah, just say I'm okay. I'm okay. That's enough. Okay. Okay, I'm about to finish. Je finis là bientôt. Je serai à toi. Okay, this is Kolar Memi. You know him. He is a broadcaster. He's one of a powerful broadcaster on the radio here, and he will be on the air probably within 30 minutes here regarding the Congolese situation. If you want to know about this show, you can call or WhatsApp me. The WhatsApp number is +1 331 230 0727. Okay, I have doctor on the line. He's still calling back. Hey, doctor, I don't know what happened, doctor. The line. Hello? Wait, yeah, but I'm about to close now. You left. We don't know what happened to you. The line, right?
No, I think we just got a small incident here. I think my battery was low.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. if you want to connect, so we can close the show. Yeah, no problem, doctor. I'm still waiting for you. Okay. Okay, no problem, doctor. Okay. Yeah, doctor. You see, Doctor DIEUDONNE NGOMA is a good guy. He's one of our friend on here. In our station, so for years now, so he's free to talk. You know, we don't pay people. People just coming to give us news, to talk about the country. This is the only way we can get the country free. Okay. You too, if you know that you can broadcast or say something regarding your country, like regarding the Cameroon, Kenya, Malawi, Burundi, the Republic of Democratic of Congo, come to this station, and then we'll give. Oh, he's back, the doctor. Yeah, just now, doctor, there's a microphone. Okay, hey, good. We see Dr. Goma is back here. Thank you, doctor, for coming back. Just open. People cannot see you now. Okay, he's here. All right. Now rotate your phone so they can see you. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, so
welcome back, doctor, to the show. Go ahead now.
Apologies to everyone for the incident.
No problem, doctor.
I think my battery got basically completely worn out. So yeah.
We were just about to close the show, doctor. Yeah, go ahead now.
Sure. Yeah, so we're talking about Mr. Tony Mudilu that was manhandled by some few compatriots because of his past. He was accused of being the mastermind behind the arrest of General Mukoko, who's still in prison, and some other political leaders as well. And yeah, so people took the law into their own hand, took the law onto themselves, and tried to basically inflict some damage to some punishment, some corporal punishment to Mr. Tony Mudilu. Fortunately, nothing that could upset has happened to him. But it's a lesson to all those who basically try to undermine the plight of people, the struggle of the people, because people are very nervous now with everything that is happening in Congo Brazzaville, not only with the death of Parfait Kolela, but people are basically very upset with everything that's happening in the country.
Right. Okay. Thank you, doctor. And we about to go to leave. And thank you, doctor, for coming back to close the show with us. And it was good.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but I don't see you moving. I don't know what happened again. Anyway, yeah, okay, now you can, people can see you moving. Yeah, I said thank you, doctor, for coming to the show today. This is just a beginning. I told people that you are our friend for years now, and then you're free to talk. You like talking and telling people. Probably you'll come, doctor, one day talking about healthcare in the Congo. We're gonna make sure we'll get some videos, some pictures. Then we'll talk about how people, how healthcare is given by your people. They're your friend doctors. You left in the Congo. I know you have many friends who studied with you in Cuba and are working as doctors in the Congo now, right?
Sure, with pleasure. Whenever we have the time, and
okay.
Yeah, we'll arrange that, and we'll be able to talk about the health situation in Congo Brazzaville, which is part of the misgovernment of Mr. Sassou Nguesso. All the sectors of our societies are in shambles, so the health system could not escape. But we'll have time to speak about those issues.
Okay, for people who want to be part of this show, I said again, you can WhatsApp me. The WhatsApp number for the radio is +1 331 230 0727. Again, +1 331 230 27. You WhatsApp me, you tell me, you send me news, send me video using that that link, that WhatsApp number. Thank you again for listening. My name is Jean Louise from Chicago. Our station is part of what we call the Society of Professional Journalists in the United States. I've been a member for about since 2002, and the station is American, but our subject is Africa. We talk about what's happening in Africa, mostly in the Congo. And if you have some news regarding your country or Congo, come to the show. Tell us. Even your English is bad, broken, so we don't correct you on the show, but we just want to hear from you. Okay, thank you again. Time is 11:23 a.m. in Chicago, 17:23 in France. What time is it, doctor, now in your town?
It's 25:06 in South Africa.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you again, doctor. Have a nice evening, okay?
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.